few years ago at the National Society of Biblical Literature meeting in San Diego, Clint McCann was doing a presentation in the Psalm session. And he got up and he opened with saying that he was going to do Psalm 82. He's going to do an exposition of Psalm 82. And he remarked that John Dominic Crossan once said that Psalm 82 is the most important scripture in the entire Bible. Now, if I asked you what the most important scripture in the Bible would be, I imagine there'd be a lot of suggestions, right? You know, John 3:16 or Romans 3:23 or 6:23 or something on the Roman road, or the Word became flesh and dwelt among us. But John Dominic Crossan and Clint said that Psalm 82 is the most important psalm in the entire scripture. And of course, as you might expect, the whole audience kind of giggled because everybody has their own particular favorite scriptures. But he went on to talk about why it is the most important scripture. And I must confess that at the end of his presentation, we all thought that maybe he's right. Maybe it is the most important scripture that we have in the entire Bible. But let's look at the text of Psalm 82. And it might surprise you when you read it that he thinks this is most important, but we'll talk about why that is. A Psalm of Asaph. God has taken his place in the divine council. In the midst of the gods, he holds judgment. How long will you judge unjustly and show partiality to the wicked? Give justice to the weak and the orphan. Maintain the right of the lowly and the destitute. Rescue the weak and the needy. Deliver them from the hand of the wicked. They have neither knowledge nor understanding. They walk around in darkness. All the foundations of the earth are shaken. I say, you are God's, children of the Most High, all of you. Nevertheless, you shall die like mortals and fall like any prince. Rise up, O God, judge the earth, for all the nations belong to you. So why is this the most important scripture? Why is this so, I mean, it's nice, it's good, but why is this seeming, polytheistic perspective so important to Clint McCann and John Dominic Crossan? Well, it is interesting. It does portray this very much a polytheistic idea. God is in charge of all the other gods. He has this apparently large board meeting where all the council of the gods are coming around to have their meeting. And in the midst of the gods, he holds judgment, and he opens with a lament formula. God opens with, how long? So he's actually lamenting their behavior here. How long will you judge unjustly? How long will you show partiality to the wicked? We said when we talk about royal psalms that the judge of a good king is one who uses his kingship and his power for the poor, the needy, the oppressed, for Torah, for God. You use your power and position for God, you're a good king. You use it for yourself, well, then that's a problem, and you get judged for that. Bad things are going to happen as a result of that. It turns out that's not just how God judges mortals. That's the standard by which God judges the divine. In other words, here are these gods, little g, with power and position and prestige and authority. And God does not evaluate them on who they know. God does not evaluate them on how many resources they have or how many followers they have. There's the standard by which God holds the divine into account is, do you judge justly? Do you show impartiality? Do you rescue the weak? Do you rescue the needy? Do you rescue the poor? And you know what? If you don't, then I don't care who you are. If you don't show justice, if you don't take care of the poor, if you don't take care of the needy, then I don't care who you're connected to. I don't care. You can be divine, and you're going to die like mortals, and you're going to fall like any prince. So the reason that Clint and John Dominic Crossan would rank the scripture so high, higher than, say, the Word became flesh and dwelt among us, is because this psalm, in their estimation, shows the character that became flesh, the character that loves this world, the character that wanted to redeem this world back to God. So this is a God who wants to see individuals use their power, use their resources, use their wealth for the poor, for the ones who can't represent themselves, for the orphan, for the widow, for the least among these, those in prison, those naked, those hungry, those thirsty, that list in Matthew 25 that Jesus gives. That's what God is looking for. And if you don't do that, then I don't care who you are. I don't care how connected you are. You can be a king, you can be a prince, you can be divine, and you're going to be cast down, and you're going to die like any prince. So it's a really interesting psalm in that perspective, to take this cultural perspective of this belief that, this expression, I should say, that other gods exist, but reminding them that I don't care if you do or not. If you don't act for me and work for me and do what I do, the kind of justice and goodness and taking care of people the way, don't care who you are, you're fired.